Alrighty then, so today is a very strange day because I woke up and unexpectedly I saw that the Mass Effect Mashup pack actually got released on Bedrock. Now this is actually a pack that was out 7 years ago, all the way in 2013, all the way up till now on the console edition. And I have no idea why it never came to Bedrock edition, but it's finally here and I'm going to be giving you my own review over this pack because I actually have used this pack quite a bit. It's one of my favorite packs to go and create up some really interesting, futuristic things. Now, the best part about this is that if you do already own this pack over on the old console edition, then you get it for completely free on this version. And I was actually not expecting that whatsoever. So anyway, here we are inside the world, and whenever you do get yourself this world, you are going to be greeted with the Mass Effect Mars base, and this is actually a very iconic place, because this was the first ever matchup pack that ever did get released on the console edition or in Minecraft in general. So I'm just going to go and switch over to Game Mode C, and I'm going to go and show you everything that's within this world, because it is a fairly small world. Now, a lot of other match packs that we get nowadays, the worlds, they are enormous. But as you can see, this was the size of world that we had all the way back then. But this wasn't just the entire map, there was also that area down there. That was actually part of the old 360 generation, but this is still a pretty cool world that you can just go and check out. It may not be very big, but there is some very interesting places that you can go ahead and explore if you really wanted to. But also, as you go and go around here, it looks like that they actually went ahead and put down some enemies. Now, unlike other versions of this pack, within the 360 version, they actually did not have enemies wandering around the areas. So it looks like they actually did add that into the area, which is actually pretty cool. But there's also going to be a quest element to this map as well. From the 360 days, they did not have any story elements to the matchup pack. So seeing that they actually went ahead and updated this to where it can go ahead and have an actual story, that's just really cool. And matter of fact, I may actually make a little mini series where I'm just going ahead and exploring this, because I'm very interested in seeing on what they actually have done for the story elements. But you can go ahead and come throughout here, and then as you can see, there are going to be these enemies around the area as well. So that is actually just really awesome. But I'll go ahead and go back to the base here in a moment and show you around that area. But there's also going to be this village that you can find. Now this village was actually a very strange looking village at the time, and it's still a strange looking village because all the villagers, they're aliens. But also, you may have also noticed that this is just, of course, the old village. But as I mentioned, this was converted directly from the 360. And not to mention that the trailer was also taken from the 360 version, so it's very strange. But look at that, we also got ourselves another desert village, and there is going to be a temple right there. But just going around this area, there's really nothing too interesting. The main part is all the way at the Mars base. Now this pack also comes with a total of 36 skins. So as you can see, these are all the skins inside of here, and I like all these skins quite a bit. They're pretty cool. Especially this red robot skin, which matter of fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and stay. But matter of fact, I think I'm going to stay as the robot. But I think I'm going to stay as the robot skin because it's pretty cool. Well, it looks like we got ourselves some surveillance rabbits up there. I can see your ears. They're like watching our every move. But anyway, this place right here, this is a completely brand new area. I really do not remember there ever being a mine shaft in this section. Of course, there is red sandstone and red sand, and red sandstone and red sand definitely did not exist all the way back when this pack first came out. Because this was all the way in 2013 before we even got ourselves the Mesa Bomb or anything like that. But anyway, we also got ourselves, wow, that's actually a very good award. One little sample. Oh my goodness. Maybe that's like for some kind of thing. I'm not sure. But of course, I'm just going to go and leave this area. And we are just going to go ahead right back to the main base. And we are going to go and see what we got inside there. Because this is actually a pretty cool area. So, yet again, you actually have to find yourselves keys if you do want to go and get access to this area. But there's going to be a lot of areas that you can explore inside this base. Like this right here, whenever you come inside of here, then you get yourself a bunch of enemies just popping down. And these are actually zombies. So the zombies look pretty awesome. Also got ourselves this, which you can get yourself the level 2 key card, and as well as the music disc. So there is going to be a music disc hunt that you can go in and do if you so desire to. And that's the one thing that's really awesome about the matchup packs from way back then. There was a music disc hunt that you can go ahead and do, and that's still a big thing to this very day. But this is basically where access 2 would be, and so we can come inside of here and get ourselves like an overview of the entire area. It looks like there's a chest down there. But anyway, I'm just gonna go and break down this door. So yeah, you can find yourself a bunch of laboratories as well. So if you want to go ahead and relive Mass Effect within Minecraft, then you can definitely go ahead and do that. Look at that, we find ourselves way down here. But of course, you got yourself this big open area as well. So that was a pretty cool area. And I remember I got stuck in this area a lot. I really hated that quite a bit. Now, around this area, I went ahead and placed down a ton of mobs. And you can see that all the mobs, they look fairly interesting. And they do look really cool as well. Especially the zombie pigmen. The zombie pigmen, they look amazing. I like the witch texturing as well. Makes them look very scary. If you take a look at the guardians look like sentry bots now. So that's also a really amazing thing about them. But you can just go and look at all the mobs in your own time. Now, if you were using this pack years and years ago, then you might be familiar with this tower. Now, the tower actually did not serve a purpose. There wasn't anything inside of it whatsoever. But since then, they actually did update it and they introduced an actual interior. But they've also introduced some stairs they can go on top of. And then there's going to be this elevator. Now, for this elevator, you can actually go and click on a button and it's going to go ahead and take you up. So that's actually very, very awesome that they actually went ahead and utilized this tower. Because I always thought that the tower needed to actually have some type of functionality. And now it finally does. Now, I really hope that in the future, ForgeLogical Studios might introduce even more things to older matchup packs. Kind of like what they've done with the Halo matchup pack. And what they've done with this matchup pack. Now, for me, I never was the biggest fan of playing with this pack in survival. Now, for me, I never really was the biggest fan of playing with this pack in survival mode. And one of the reasons being is that all the texturings, they look very strange. If you were to go down to like a sandstone village, the sandstone village is using like a gray palette and it doesn't look all that great whatsoever. The villagers look really awesome though. And then if I were to fly all the way to this savannah village, the savannah village doesn't even look that great at all. I mean, let's look at this. Do you want to go into a village that looks like this? Probably not. I mean, it looks very ugly. This is more like an abandoned village though, but it still looks really, really bad. The texturing for the blocks, they just don't really match up with how you want them to look in survival mode. But hey, if you want to go and use this in like creative mode, then this is where this pack will shine the most. Because you definitely want to use this pack to make your own futuristic base or something like that. Because a lot of people, that's basically what they did use this for way back on the 360 days. But anyway, I do want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments on what you think of this match pack. And if you do want to get this, it is available right now on the Minecraft Marketplace. And if you own it already on the console edition, like the Xbox One edition or the PS4 edition, then you're going to be able to go and get this pack for completely free. Now, for Nintendo Switch players, I don't know if this was ever available on the Nintendo Switch edition of the game. I know that's available on the Bedrock edition over there, but for the actual Switch edition, the one by ForgeLogical, I just don't know if this pack ever was available. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, then please let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe so you never miss an upload. For now, I hope you have a logical day, and I will catch you next time. Bye!